Eye-awakening things after the affair. I've come to the realization that the pedestal that I put my wife up on for the last decade was more of what I projected in my mind than what actually was. Love is blind is real. I was blind. I just don't know what I want to do with this realization. I want my family to stay whole, but can I live with the new reality that is? The veil has been lifted and I'm not sure that it can be replaced. I'm so broken from it that I've lost all confidence. I go through the day-to-day routines of life with the house, kids, job etc., but I feel empty, just hollow inside. I love her, that hasn't stopped. Her love for me is something that has been questioned by both her and I. It has been more reaffirmed that she does love me and wants to make things work, and she has been doing the work to show me. For most of the last decade I've carried the load. Financially while she was in school, and when we started having kids it was her wish to stay at home as much as possible when they were super little, which we made work. That was someone that I wanted also. Aside from that, I do 98% of the chores around the house inside and out. The main thing she does is the shopping, meal planning and cooking. I clean after dinner, and that isn't even a daily thing. 2 or 3 times a week is all. I'm tired, I want help, but I've conditioned her to do almost nothing. My health has taken a turn for the downward in the last few years with arthritis pain issues, and I can't keep up any longer. I can't break the cycle of what I've created. The biggest thing I realized from the affair is how we are not timely compatible. What I want and desire she does not want to do or be. She doesn't want to be open, she doesn't want to let me into her mind. She doesn't want to let me know what she wants. She doesn't want to initiate or even make me feel wanted most of the time. During the affair that she was having she did initiate, but it wasn't a physical come on but rather a text and expecting me to just jump when asked. I never rejected her. On the other side, I've been rejected more times over the last decade than I can even attempt to count. I dealt with it then out of blind love, thinking things were just stressful and would get better. Not thinking that we weren't compatible. I've seen emails, texts, videos, chats that she has had with other guys before we were together, and unbeknownst to her I've seen a large majority of what she was doing during her affair. I found it after she came out telling me about it. I caught her on the way to a guy's house. That would have been the 3rd time. She has never fully told me everything. I don't really need her to because of what I already know, so I've never asked her to do so. The S-timual compatibility issue between her and I is apparent from what I see from the affair stuff. What I want her to do with me is what she has done with random guys. Things I've been trying to get her to with me for the majority of our marriage. She's unable to do that with me but can with random guys. She only ever met up with one guy, but I think that there is about 15 or so guys that she was S-timing and sending pics to, as well as talking about implicit acts that she thought would be fun. Things she had never been able to say to me or even attempt to be honest about with me when I've brought up the same things. Even last night with her out of town I attempted like an idiot and I got the generic "it's late and I'm tired" thing, this being 9 p.m. I got a "I love you" text and "good night" at 1130. I don't want to break up my household. My kids don't have a clue what is going on, both under 10. No one has a clue. We have kept everything between us and our counselors to not add to our stress. I don't want to leave behind everything we have made over the last 15 years. I don't want to start anew. I don't want to sell our house that we love and have made how we want it. Don't get me wrong in my ramblings, life has been happy, I was happy, she was happy and faithful up until January of this year. She has stated that her affair had nothing to do with not being happy with me or that it is my fault at all. In her eyes I've been the perfect husband for her. I'm loving, caring, faithful, dedicated, and always put our family first. She has always said she was trying to fulfill a fantasy for me and tried to be what I wanted her to be, but it went off the rails and she spiraled down, and couldn't get out. Stressful things in life brought her to a manic state and she coped with it in not healthy ways like she did before we were together, seeking to just be used and to disassociate during time, to not feel and just be used, for that was all she thought she was good for. It doesn't excuse what she did. I just don't know what I should do. Inaction isn't the best solution, I'm aware, but I can't seem to make myself make a decision. Can I stay knowing that we aren't merely compatible? Can I stay knowing I will always carry the brunt of the workload? I'm just lost. Update, divorce looming. So my WS came out and told me yesterday that she doesn't feel like we are going to make it. She said it feels that she dug such a deep hole that she can't get out of it. She said she's only staying currently because of our kids. She loves me, but she has so much guilt from the pain she caused for my broken heart of her betrayal. For the majority of our relationship I've carried the load. I pay all the bills, I do all the chores and worked full time. Since we started having kids for the first few years of their lives, now 7 years range, she has worked part-time. While even working part-time I still did everything. TVH, it did cause some resentment. I tried to not let it come out though. What it caused for me was a sense that everything needed to be perfect. Now on top of her guilt, my need born from always doing everything is causing more issues as to where she feels criticism from me. Though I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm a mumbler. I talk and mumble when I'm tired and frustrated. I make comments, sometimes not realizing the effect it will have. I'm working with my counselor on this sense of perfection. That if I do everything right, life will be smooth and no issues. I can see now how that doesn't work. Yes, I've read the book No More Mr. Nice Guy. I'm that guy to perfection in the book. Though I've the passive-aggressive version. My wife and I never fight, and for the last few years I lost myself mentally and went into a kind of autopilot because of stress of health issues. I took her for granted. Ironically, it was best time of our relationship time-wise, and I felt that we finally clicked. I guess in part I'm venting, but I'm also curious for ideas on how to allow someone to help you. For so long, 14 years, I did the majority of chores and things for my family. Now that she is trying to help, I find myself struggling not to have it perfect. I don't ask for help and make myself the martyr. Easier to do it all myself than have someone else do it partially like I like it. Am I doomed? I know her staying just for kids is not the best situation. I still have hope. I feel dumb for even having hope. I'm the BS and I feel like I just keep losing. I know she loves me. She said loving me was like breathing, that I was her soulmate. How does that change? Especially how when I haven't been unfaithful and have done my very best to take care of her and our family. Sacrificed everything to give them the best. Update. So my WW has been able to at least give me a hug good night. I haven't tried for more or hugs any other times of the day. It's been a pretty good week overall, but I'm anxious for the weekend. We've been texting during the day, not just about kids. And have been talking at night and not just about day-to-day stuff. Our kid brought up wanting to take a vacation together since it's been a long time, beginning of COVID, that we took a family vacation. I mentioned it to my WW, who said she was not able to even think about it currently or talk about it. I didn't press it any further. We are supposed to have a date night and kid-free night tomorrow night. The kid-free for overnight was unplanned until late today. I wanted to take her out for her birthday to dinner kid-free so she could enjoy it without the drama of little kids. I'm anxious for that part of it. I don't want to let on that I am, and I'm sure that we will be fine when out, but in the back of my mind it's still there. I don't know how to do small talk anymore with her unless it's about the kids. You guys have any topic ideas so I can be somewhat prepared-ish? I want to have a good time and start the rekindling of my relationship with her. Update: forgiveness. I think I'm at a place of forgiveness. What was done doesn't bother me. I'm only looking towards the future now. I still get triggered but not much, and when I do it's short-lived and I move on. We're still working on reconciliation together for the most part. It has its ups and downs as we work on things individually with our counseling and together. What does forgiveness really feel like? How do you know for sure? Update: I did the wrong thing. I have been going through reconciliation with my WW now for about 8 months. Last night I did the dishonest thing and looked at her history on her laptop without her knowing and in her Facebook messages. I shouldn't have. And it's not because I didn't find anything, but more that all it did was cause me pain and show me that what I want has a slim chance of working. She had logged back into her Yahoo account she used for Adult Friend Finder, and she had been chatting with a GF of hers about how she just missed her app because he was more dominant with her in bed and allowed her to disassociate. I also saw pictures of BSM collars she had ordered for herself and received. She sent her friend pictures of her wearing them. Less than an hour after I found this all, I had my counseling. When you got home, my WW and I had a long talk about things, and I told her numerous times that I still want to make things work. I didn't bring up what I had found. I was told that she loves me still, but in talking with her counselor the conversation went to relationship complacency. She believes that we both have been in that spot for a long time. We do love each other, but that we will never be happy with each other and could be happier with someone else. My counselor helped me not spiral and jump off the deep end with what I found, but that didn't stop me from being up all night. As I write this, I've had about 2 hours of sleep and now have a 12-hour day at work to go to soon. For people in my spot or similar spot, do you have any advice? Update: I keep fighting, but it feels like a losing battle. Since my WW had her affair come to light in February, I feel like I'm chasing her and courting her to keep her with me. I faltered at times and it made her feel like it was too deep of a hole to climb out of. I don't think she has physically cheated again since then, but I know that she isn't being completely honest with what is going on. She's buying BSM collars and keeping them hidden. She got W-Ed gummies in her purse. I didn't know she was still using them. I don't really care that she does, but we in the past never used them around the kids, and I feel that she is. I know she logged into her email that she used for Adult Friend Finder recently as well. It's like she has given up. She went to work today and her boss noticed she had been crying and they talked. She didn't tell her all of the details about what she did, but told her that we were struggling. Her boss then offered use of her cabin a few hours away. I don't know if it was for us or just her, but she asked to go for the weekend to think about things and have some time to herself to process things. Me, being the sucker I am and still wanting her to be with me, told her she could go. I don't believe that she is planning anything cheating-wise, but the thought is still there. I just want her to want to be with me. I want to experience new things with her, both in and out of the bedroom. Part of her affair stuff was BSM related and the app was a dom. I just feel lost. A year ago we felt like we were getting everything we wanted in life. Good jobs, house of our dreams, happy healthy kids, no worries about money, and then it all fell apart. 10 years married and 15 overall, and it's thrown away like that. I just want what I lost. I feel so defeated and so hopeless. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, you're playing the pick-me dance too hard when you should have been playing the dom. Hire a pie because she's probably not alone at the cabin. Get legal counsel and go scorched earth. That's the only way you'll get her attention, is by being served. The divorce can be paused or stopped at any time before the judge signs it. Don't reconcile without repercussions. And if you do reconcile, make her do the work and you take the dom role, or it will never work. Good luck. Redditor follow-up, absolutely correct. Pie is necessary to observe her in the cabin. At the very least, Op himself must secretly drive closer and see who came to her. Maybe there won't be AP's car there, he can come in her car. Therefore Op must wait until they leave the house. This can take a long time. Redditor 2, I would definitely be in the bushes near that cabin this weekend, or at the very least have a pie there. Scorched earth time, my friend. This woman has no respect for you. Redditor 3, man, I know you really don't want to, but I think it's time to let go. I don't think you two necessarily want the same things out of life anymore, and you are torturing yourself trying so hard to stick with someone who hurt you really badly. Right now it's like you're trying to grab hold of boiling water. You know it's burning you and you know you can't actually grab it, but you're too afraid of the pain that will come after to stop. It also seems like she's really unhappy as well. And logging back into the email, hiding the gummies from you, and buying the collars and stuff and hiding them clearly shows that she either is currently cheating or working herself back up to it again. I think for both your sakes you just need to bite the bullet and end it. She's the one giving up, even though she's the one who cheated. What does that say about her commitment level? Redditor 4, that sounds to me like she is still missing the aspect in her life that she got from her affair, to have a dominant by her side. She experienced it and misses it. You on the other hand want to stay with her so much, that you let her walk all over you, not standing up for yourself and not implementing clear rules. In summary, you are everything but a dominant. Right now, even if she stays with you, it is only a matter of time before she seeks out the next guy who can dominate her because she is missing it so much. She is currently thinking about whether she wants to leave you to get a dominant, if she should start another affair with a dominant and use what she learned to hide it better, or if she is willed to accept to only be with you. I can guarantee you, she will not make a decision permanently for the latter.